What's up, everybody? Today we have a Masters of the Universe Point Dread and Talon fighter. This did come from Ross. It was $14.99 when I picked it up. Super good score. Here you can kind of see what you're going to get a little bit more. We've got Point Dread down here, and then the Talon fighter is up here. We have the Roton over here, a little bit of Merman, Beastman, Man at Arms, Skeletor, Zodak, He-Man up in the Talon Fighter. So really cool little setup right here. I'm going to go ahead and flip the box around. So you can see the back of it there. We can see He-Man at Point Dread, Zodak right here. Another little cartoon drawing of what we've got going on. Some other figures that came out around the time of the Talon Fighter and Point Dread. My Castle Grayskull, which is off to the back, is not going to fit this. And the reason that is because my Castle Grayskull is not an Origins Castle Grayskull. It's a vintage. So this is kind of just not going to be attached to the castle, but I still wanted to have it. I haven't got the Origins Castle Grayskull. I really like the vintage one, and I kind of just use it, as you guys know, as a background prop over there. So we're going to go ahead and get this Talon Fighter pulled out of the box, take a closer look at it, and let you know what we think. Now, normally I show you pulling it out of the box. I'm not going to be able to do that just because the sheer scale of it. So I'm going to get it all pulled out of the box and get it set up here in front of the camera. And then we'll cut back in with the camera and go over the review of the actual product itself. But cool picture here on the top. We got the little boy holding it over here, and it's positioned on the Origins Castle Grayskull if you have that. So really cool. I'm going to get them tore open. We're going to dive down deep. All right, now we've got it all set up here. We have got the Talon Fighter, which is massive. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's actually crazy. I did not have this as a child, so I had no basis of comparison of how big this was actually going to be, but it's quite huge sitting here on Point Dread. If you take this apart, if you have the Origins castle, this top piece will snap on to this top peak of your castle. It won't fit on mine because I have the vintage, as I said earlier, but if you have those pieces separated, then this kind of like laser turret gun will mount right on the other side of this. And I'll take this down so you can see the different parts and what's on the other side of it. Then it also comes with this handle, just like the vintage Talon Fighter did, that can plug up into the back, and that's how you kind of flew it around. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put mine on there or not, because aesthetically I feel like it looks a lot better without it being on there, and I'm not probably going to be flying it around like that. I'm probably going to hang it and pose it in some sort of flight pose, so I'll probably keep mine off. But easy, it just snaps right into the bottom, no problems at all. So really easy piece if you do want to put it on there and fly it around like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the Talon Fighter off of its little stand. And as you can see, there's just a peg here and a peg here. And then in the bottom of the feet, there are peg holes. And right here is the big hole where you would actually plug that handle in. It looks like they gave us something for a flight stand here, but then they didn't give us a flight stand. That would have been really awesome if we would have had some sort of flight stand there with that. I'm going to go ahead and pull Point Dread out of the way for just a little bit. We'll get the Talon Fighter set down here. And as you can see, there's a little divot here, so you can put your finger in and kind of open that up. And it is a snug fit. We'll get you a look down inside the cockpit there. And as you can see, we've got controls. Looks like we've got an axe, a med kit, some wrenches, some sort of gun, all kinds of different controls, levers and stuff here. Some deco in the middle of both of the center consoles of the front and rear passenger. There's stickers, and those were already put on there. There is clear, not glass, but clear plastic in the windows there. So again, really cool. The satellite dish will rotate around on the top like it did in the vintage, or this piece has the same fitting and you can actually pull this off, and you could put your turret gun on top if you wanted the Talon Fighter to just have some extra gun power, which I think looks cool as well. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to display mine. That's going to take a little bit of thought, but for now we're going to put the radar dish back in there. And I'm going to set the Talon Fighter off to the side to get one more good look at that. And we'll look at Point Dread. All right, as you can see, it's got the landing pad up here at the top. This is the piece. You can see the hinge right here where it will screw into or plug into Castle Grayskull. You can turn it around to the back, and you can see you could put a man in here. And there's the little stickers, Art Deco and stuff down there as well. So you could keep it like this, and it will fit someone in here with the top on. Looks good, and that'll be just fine. You'll be able to see their little face kind of peeking out this window. The other option, you could have it in two pieces if you wanted. You could still land the Talon Fighter over here on this, and then you can put the turret gun in this slot, and then you can put someone behind there. Because of these rocks right here that are unlevel, it was hard as hell to get him to stand up in there. So I moved him up into the thing. He's not a real well-balanced guy anyway. I don't know what's wrong with his legs. But there is Hollywood Hogan, or Horde Hogan, in Point Dread, manning the turret gun. And then here we have the top piece that could go on your Castle Grayskull. But as you can see, that will plug right in there. And you can have your Talon Fighter, your Point Dread. You can use these as diorama pieces. You don't even have to put the board or the Talon Fighter on here. You could definitely leave those separate if you wanted to, and display this how you want. Kind of expand your diorama. I'm probably going to hang the Talon Fighter from above, like it's swooping down into this scene, maybe battling, or I don't know whether I'm going to do the Talon Fighter or the Roton. The Talon Fighter is very orange. It's very bright and plasticky looking. It definitely it stands out in this scene, all these bright, super bright colors and stuff. So I feel like instead of the Talon Fighter, I might use the Roton as the kind of flying piece in this little set here. But either way, thank you guys for watching, bearing with me through this long video, getting the Talon Fighter out of the box. It's really crazy looking. It's big. It can fit all of it can fit two figures in, one in the front, one in the back. Really cool accessory for only $15, guys. I recommend it to anybody who wants a diorama piece or is just interested in Motu stuff in general. Don't forget to smash that like button, tell someone you love them, and have a blessed day. We'll see you next time.